Thank you for calling autoeroticism. Erotic Autos, your automatic hotspot for autoeroticism. Pipe hot your autoerotically. How may I help you? Help you? How may I help you?
Autoeroticism, erotic autos.
How may I help you? Thank you for calling autoeroticism. Erotic Autos, your automatic hotspot for autoeroticism. Pipe hard your autoerotically. How may I help you? How may I help you? How may I help you? How may I help you?
Thank you for calling autoeroticism, erotic autos, your automatic hotspot for autoeroticism, piped hot into your auto erotically.
How may I help you?
Guys, it's time for
That wasn't too bad.
a little loud cafe. That was Autoerotic Autos from my album Happy Monster. I'm your host, AC. I'm your host. Alright, next. Spin it. This is, I was gonna say Hunger Beds, but it's Scream City Varsity Zomball from my album, the Green Album. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Alright. Oh, I still got a couple things to fix. Get ready for this Grimmins. I think this is it though, and I'm good. Got all of my technical shit out of the way ahead of time, which rarely happens. Excuse me before my stream. I like to just hit go and figure it out then. I don't know. It's a fun way to tackle some tasks for me. Other things, I need lots of planning. That's how it is. That's how it is. Alright, let's see. Well, I guess I could just get started on my prompts. I give myself 3 prompts for the Loud Cafe. My first prompt is just one thing that annoys me. You know what annoys me? Microfiber fabrics. Not all of them. Sometimes there's like a, I don't know, a texture, maybe the material's made out of it both. The design that isn't as quite as aggressively suck. There's something. I want to make sure there are some squirrels that lately have been a bit rambunctious on the roof. And it makes for weird thumps, but you know, when you hear strange thumps, you gotta make sure it's squirrels and not like, you know, the ghost monster thing from The Grudge. You know, gotta keep your bases covered. Safety first, everyone. Spooky season. But show us a oh, microfiber fabrics. So okay, I got kind of two general issues with microfiber fabrics. The first one is the texture, and that's the one where I go, well, some of them aren't totally, they don't make my skin fall off just by looking at them. So just like I am the flavor of autistic that the touch of microfiber fabric not something I deal well with. It feels aggressively uncomfortable. And it's not unsimilar to the feeling of oh, what's that shit? No, not satin. Fucking what's the other one that I was velvet? It's like it's not unlike velvet. And I get that it's soft and that people like that. But holy Jesus Christ, I don't need to touch that ever. It's just not a feeling I can deal with. And then, so the sensory challenge with microfibers doesn't work for me. That's that's the main annoyance. It annoys my skin. I don't like that. But then the other thing is, they just don't seem to do. I should do what annoys me. You know, I'm gonna write this down. So eventually, I should just make a list of these so that I don't have all these lazy day streams where I don't know what to say for any of my prompts. I mean, I guess it's still me floundering is not me doing nothing. But I don't know. Wasn't the goal for myself. I'm gonna write this down for mañana. To call that. It annoys me so much I don't know what to call the thing. Okay, sorry. But so then the other thing that annoys me is I swear, and I don't know if this is like because it's just what people say for who knows what reason, or if it's like actually what they're supposed to be for. But I've always been sold on microfiber fabrics from people that claim to like them as being like absorbent, like super absorbent, but like won't like damage shit. Like it's so fine, you can use it on your glasses or on your records or on your, I don't know, shit people want to like be nice to or whatever. And the thing is, I've never had, like, they're always made out of some kind of like polymer that I swear to Christ is hydrophobic. And so it doesn't absorb anything, it just smears liquid around. It's the fucking worst. So anyway, I hate those things so much. I don't want to touch them, and they definitely don't work for what I thought they were supposed to be used for, which is like, you know, a wipe. Wipe things. I don't know. They work like butthole, in my opinion. Anyway, not for me. Some people don't mind the texture either, or like, I mean, and they're soft, so like, if you don't mind the texture, I would assume you probably at least tolerate it, but a lot of people probably like it, you know? I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I understand why someone would like it. Oh shit, this is Plata y Oro from... What is this from? I think it's from Hot Glitch. That sounds right. Final answer, Regis. I want to say this is from Hot Glitch. Oh, I wonder if they sent those. They're supposed to be coming tomorrow. I don't remember seeing a text message saying they sent my stickers. Did they send my stickers? Gotta go look. Well, there we go. It has. I just didn't get the text message for some reason. The print shop usually sends me everything text message, so I don't check my emails to look for stuff from the print shop. But yeah, dope. I'm excited to see these. So the Patreon stickers are on their way. Will be here. Will be in my possession tomorrow, in theory, barring any unforeseeable obstacles. But what reminded me of that is the Hot Glitch cover. I had made a sticker of it for my Patreon members a few months back, and I decided I was gonna make a hologram. Oh no, I didn't make hologram of the Hot Glitch this time now. I only did it of the Heavy Metal Bros. Heavy Metal Bros. We're not getting sued. I hope. I don't know. They sent me a C&D, I just complied. If no one knows who I am, then I hopefully don't have to deal with that. I would disagree with it, but I would still comply. You know what I mean? Anyway, something I like is my second prompt for the cloud cafes. Let me think. Something I like. I feel like I had something, but I was more worried about forgetting my first prompt. Or possibly the third, but I think I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do for the third prompt now. I feel like I'm probably not gonna forget. I'll probably briefly forget and go, shit. Oh yeah, do something like that, you know. I do that a lot. Do the shit oh yes. The shit oh yes. Shit oh yeah. This is Plasma Core from my album Glitter Dust and I think it's from Glitter Dust and Mermaids. That sounds right. Let's see. Something I like music, y'all. Feels like cheating. I'm not gonna use that one. Fucking like spooky season though. And like people get all geeked about Halloween, so it makes it kind of more fun. Like I'm not a dress up person, but I like seeing people that are into dressing up. That's cool. And then like I take my kids trick or treating. Well, I didn't last year because I wasn't walking, but I hope to this year, and I have in the past, so it's fun too. And sure else. Oh, but just like the general spookiness of it, like everything gets, you know, darker, the days get shorter, the nights get longer, everything gets more overcast around here, these parts, this time of year. You know, approaching the solstice, and yeah, it's just fun times. So yeah, I like spooky season. Speaking of spooky season, and check out the again, this was Plasma Core from my album Glitter Dust and Mermaids. But what I was saying about my sort of add-on to my spooky season, like, is I have a spooky soundscape out right now. It's the October Web single. Excuse me, I'm all burpy. I do sort of a like just web release. It's funny. It's not really like a thing anymore. I don't think anyone else does this. Like it doesn't make sense that I do it, but I do it this way because it just reminds me of like the early 2000s and sort of this little tiny bit of nostalgia feel I give myself, but I do web singles every month where I release like beat tracks and remixes and shit. And so I have a new single that I release every month, but it's exclusively here on my YouTube channel and SoundCloud and Patreon. So anyway, this month's B-side, these are all like experimental tracks too, or sort of the kind of tracks that I wouldn't release as part of my main amateur Crastinator project identity, whatever it may be, but are still stuff that I've worked on that's like mine, that I just want to put out there that someone might enjoy or have, you know, I don't know, use for just noise to throw out in the ether for people to play with. And but this month's is Whiskey Cellars, and so that's the Spooky Scape on the channel right now. You can catch the music video for that right here on the YouTube channel. An Amateur Crastinator AC. You can call me AC because Amateur Crastinator is a mouthful. But I like spooky season. Yeah, so I was being, huh? You know what I don't need to do ever again? I'm sure I'll end up having to at some point. But I really don't need to do this. I don't ever want to again. It's like an interview, specifically a job interview, but even like, you know, like, I don't know, like media or like panel type interviews. I don't know. I don't have to feel like I'm that on ever again, you know, unless I'm on stage and getting paid. But also too, I don't know what kind of energy I would have left in me for stage acting, or I don't think I work well on camera. But I don't think I have a future in television. Fuck. But oh shit, I went through 1 and 2. Hell yeah. This is I was gonna say it's Electro Crush, that's not right. This is Neon Vapor from my album Fuzzy Logic. I'm gonna get a project kind of set up. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? Yeah, what if we did like 2 loopers? One of my friends, okay, so anyway, my third prompt is this one music production idea. Super vague, it's not like a question or a more specific prompt than that. The thing I wanted to talk about today is I got a homie, Nightleak, that was talking with me about looping and asking questions, and we were talking through some things. And I don't know a lot about looping or live looping. And I don't have a lot of experience with it, is what I should say. I tinker with it some, and it's just never been like a big part of my hyper focus or where I've put a ton of my performance energy, but I've been trying to play with it more here and there so that I have it as a tool that I can go to. But anyway, we were just talking about it, and they were talking about how the idea of sorry, the last one was Neon Vapor from my album Fuzzy Logic. This is Killers from my album Killers. But anyway, my homie Nightleak and I were talking, and they're saying like, just kind of talking about how neat it looks, and you know, those kinds of things, like what we like about it, and, but also some of the like intimidation factor, like what makes it look hard or easy. And for me, like very specifically and generally at the same time, I guess the thing that makes working with looping hard for me is just that I just don't know what I'm doing because I haven't done it yet. So there's a lot of like, my problem is I don't know what questions I have, and I have a lot of them, you know. So I was gonna play with that today, I just want to get this kind of project set up while this music's going on. I'll grab a couple. I think I'm going to put 2 loopers together. I have a rough idea of how I want to start maybe setting some of this up, but really don't have much of a idea of what I'm doing. And I'm going to use Ableton's, I think it's a built-in looper. Maybe it's part of the whatever tier I have. I like one above the lowest tier for Ableton Live. And so it might just be part of like my package. I don't know. I'm bad at knowing what's where in their offerings, but fuck, what was the name of this? Okay. So I'm gonna start by making a kick actually. And then once I get this kick moving, that's not how I want that to go. Then I'm gonna start trying to get these loopers sort of running. Oops, I didn't mean for this to go yet. Actually, let's go ahead and set up the MIDI clips first. Every 2, so you don't worry too much. Excuse me. So what my buddy was talking about specifically was like, hey, like I think just asked me like, do you know anything about live looping? And where you take specifically where you take one note like, and then you send it through a loop. What it reminded me of is actually, I want to use this description set just because like this was what I was like visualizing. So there's this big sidetrack here, but Niley Kate, this is awesome. I was just talking about how today I want to try some looping with what you were talking about. So now I feel like I'm putting myself more on the spot, but this is good. But it made me think of this Bob's Burgers episode where the Belcher kids are out front of the restaurant and Tina and Louise are playing the straws. They're just moving straws up and down in like the lid on top of a drink cup, and it's making the squeaky sounds that plastic straws will make in there. And then Gene's playing the keyboard, just some sound effects and shit, and they're singing about burgers and fries. And then the whole episode's about them like starting a band. And at one point when the like, what do you call it? When the conflict in the story happens, the band's like breaking up, and oh shit, I forget that fool's name, but it's Aziz Ansari's character. Is like Daryl is like gonna sing and play the keyboard and do something else, and Gene's like, you can't do that, that's too many parts. And they're like, no, I got a looper. And so he just does this, shows himself using a looper where he just starts with like one note, and then he goes into some other notes, and then he adds in like a little bit of harmony to it, and then he starts singing on top of that with the harmony. But so talking about, you know, just starting with really, really bass ideas and then building more into those loops as you go. But how I think I'm gonna set this up to start anyway is I was gonna put a looper on, I have 2 buses here, so I was gonna put a looper on each. And since I'm starting up here, I'm gonna work with this looper here with the in the drum bus. What I don't know entirely is how I want to go about arming these things, but for like automation type stuff using the MIDI controller, but not entirely what I set out to try and figure out today. What I wanted to sort of find was this, and quantize shit to, let's say, 8th notes. And so I think that'll help me, or maybe that just quantizes where the looper cuts in at, punches in at. I hope not. I'll find out. Okay, so then I'm gonna make a kick first here, so that can barely be heard so far. I can feel it though, my ear. Stack them? I think I want to stack them. All right. What's that you at? It's like 5. To that in a minute. Oh, this is Deep Sauce from my album Vaudevillian. FYI. Deep Sauce from Vaudevillian. Turn this up headphones a little bit here. There we go. That's kind of what I want. That creates the additional harmonic. Weird spots. Fun. Turn you off for a second. Eat. Okay. Anyway. Font. Use the pitch envelope, I think. Maybe I'm gonna drive this a little. All right, so we got some kicks. I guess I'll turn you off. And let's see about you now. 4 bars is a lot of bars. Let's start with 2 so I don't feel too constricted. Then play. Start song. Sure. Yeah. No. Oh, never mind. That's what that is. Okay. Well, fuck. Let's go. Turn you on. I feel like it's. Oops. 2 of them. What did I? Record 2 bars, then play. Again. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to reacquaint myself here with the sort of the how it works. Add to you. There we go. I don't think the quantization works that way. I think it works. I was hoping that there was a sort of some quantization built into here for when it takes the like transients or something. I guess it would require more control than what I was looking for. Kind of. Oh, you just drop samples in there too. Assuming that's getting at. Neat. All right, so I got drums now. Figure something else out. Got this looper. Yeah, we'll do 4 bars. That sounds fun. Okay, let's get some kind of MIDI going. I'm gonna grab, I guess that's not right. This thing. You know what? Maybe I'll grab a preset even. Tinker from there. Go from here. I'm gonna record one blank so I can do the timing going through. Oh, it's just gonna start right away. Oh wait, no, it's waiting. That's all I think lead in when it's blue. Drop in some of that feedback down so that hopefully it'd fade out some of them. What I don't know for sure is if now that I pop it back up, it'll stay where I want it, which is what I think it's gonna do. The timing's off, but things we deal with. But like I was talking with you, Nightleak, where like one of the things that I would do for me anyway, that like as I was thinking through what my process might look like, is I'd quantize it. But part of that just because like I can't always trust Devin Sawa to be on the same timing as me, so it's nice to have some extra sort of control in there. Oh, but that's not gonna change that because that's a sample recording now. Wait, it's still adding though. Go back to play. All right, so I probably gotta do the same here too then, huh? Oops, no, not stop, play. Okay, good. I was afraid I was gonna lose that one. They're a nudge. Because that would be neat. I fucked it up with speed. So yeah, actually, I'd want to decide some kind of setup for myself, I think, then, at least if I was using a looper that works like this. Oh shit, is there like a MIDI looper? They put all this like new MIDI shit in that I never really pay attention to, just because if it's not specifically what I'm already using, like I just get stuck in my ways. But like, thought maybe, no. They had some other stuff that you could do with MIDI that will help automate more sort of like, you know, additional voices and shit, but I don't see like just like straight up like this is a MIDI looper. Although, I mean, I guess the DAW itself is a MIDI looper because you can just fucking add onto the MIDI as you go if you wanted to do it that way. So that's the other option. Like you could just do it without a looper. And like individual instruments. So let's see, let's do this. I'm gonna add another group. No, not like that though. I'm gonna do some MIDI. Actually, we'll just do you outside of there for now. And then we'll arm this. Let's see, what do I want to put in here? You know what? I've been enjoying tinkering with meld lately. What else we got though? I haven't played with a bunch of this shit. Oh, this is just, those are the tables. Okay, that's fine. Those are still, it's a lot of stuff in there. I'm gonna start here and work my way back maybe. And so like if I wanted to loop this now, I can just record it into there. And then I can even add this on. So it'll just record into the same section the whole time, just adding the notes in as I go. And I can even have that set to like auto quantize in the defaults so that it'll put the notes where I want them more or less. But so then you could do something like that. Oh, let's see. Let's grab this here. Open you all up. So I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna quantize these in. How funny. Just like make it as huge as you want. Within here, oops, not ornament, quantize. All of you 8, and maybe not perfect, but like, I don't know. There. But I thought I heard it. Huh, it's like reading it as like 2 there. That's weird. There's like my part of it's the okay. Oh, that's why it was so low. Oh shit, why haven't I just been using that? I've been going down like 12 steps when I want to go down. Is there a... oh, there it is. I wish I could make this mono, so this still won't do what I wanted to. What if we use that? Or actually, you know, we'll just do this. This will be 90? No, 180. I want 180 on that. All right, I guess I'm gonna work with that for now, and then although, hold up, I want to see what kind of. I haven't really looked through these filters much. I'll have to play with that shit some more sometime. But let's do this. Let's see. See what it looks like in EQ. Size. Okay. Distort this shit. This would be here then. No. Yeah? No. There. Yeah. I just didn't include that part. Simba. Shit's gonna get loud here in the noise kitchen. So I'm gonna go ahead and just call this a short stream for the day stream. Actually, short stream, still a full hour. This is short for my loud cafe lately though. But that was a start at playing for this. I'll probably throw some, I might even try and remember to get at this thing later in the evening stream or something. And throw some glitch side chain on this little meld synth patch here, maybe. But I may see Amateur Crastinator. You can find out more about my music at amateurcrastinator.com. Got a new music video out for my October web single. It's a spooky soundscape called Whiskey Cellars. You can see the music video for that right here on my YouTube channel. If you hit subscribe, you'll see all those monthly web singles and their videos coming out as they hit your live stream, plus all my additional content. But I always appreciate the likes, comments, subscribes, and all of you stop by the chat, whether you're lurking or chatting. All the support really does go a long way, so I appreciate you all. And I'll be back later this evening. Hopefully I'll see you there. Have a wonderful day.